We've just been playing around with adding effects, and there's more to it than that, because what you want to do is to start playing around with the settings for those effects to get the actual effect that you want. So let's go back to this lighting effect. I'm just going to simply, again, just drag it and drop it onto this clip. Now, we can see we've got the clip highlighted down here, and we spoke about this thing called clip properties. Let's go back to that. Click on it. And you can see here we have those same headings, but now we have any other effects that we've also put onto that clip also show up in this clip property list. And just like with those other headings, if we click on this arrow, it opens up a number of other things that we can do and play around with when it comes to this clip and to this effect. So we have light 1, let's open that up. And what we can do is we can play around with the different types. Is it going to be directional? Is it omni? Is it spotlight? So in this case it's set to spotlight, but what happens if it's set to directional or omni? You can see the different ways that it can change. So let's keep it as a spotlight. Not only that, we can also play around with the color of that light as well. We can change it so that it is a different color. If we scroll down a little bit more, we can play around with the center of that light. What that means is we can play around now as to where that sits on the clip. And I'm just basically just taking my mouse, hovering it over top of those two numbers, which are basically the coordinates on where that spotlight sits. But if I click down on that and just drag my mouse, you can see that I'm just playing around with the actual position of the light, both on the X and the Y axes if you want to get technical with it. Not only that, you can play around by the slider with the radius of it, and let's keep on going down. And you get the idea. You can really play around with the different settings here, and if you keep on scrolling down, you'll notice that you might even have other types of lights. In this case, I can add in a second spotlight, and so on and so forth. And this is just for that one effect. You can take any effect that you have on your effects list and drag it on top of a clip, and then go to clip properties, find that effect, and start playing around with that clip, with that particular effect, and you'd be amazed at the kind of customization that you can do with it, and it really makes for a very powerful tool. So there it is, clip properties, effect properties.